everybody. We're going to have a good talk today. Derek Sloan live today. I caught a good chunk of it while I was on my lunch break. We're going to talk about what he presented about COVID vaccines and mandatory vaccines for the military. He got a letter from a member of the Armed Forces, Canadian Armed Forces, who is disgruntled and disjointed. This member from the Canadian Armed Forces sent Derek Sloan a letter. Derek read that off. Goes right into the mandatory vaccinations for all service personnel. Now I'm going to say something here, everybody. Queen Elizabeth II did not, and I repeat, did not mandate vaccines forced on the Canadian military. Who is the commander-in-chief, if not Queen Elizabeth II? Who mandated that all service personnel in the Canadian Armed Forces will vaccinate, or that's the end of them? In fact, they're making it mandatory by November of this year. Well, that's none other than Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada. That is our Constitution. All service personnel in Canada, military, i.e. military, swear a specific oath to Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II. So they were under direct orders to take the vaccine. All of them, just like the facility I went to yesterday. Thousands lined up. Kiosk after kiosk, register, you go and you get your vaccine. All military personnel are mandated to take it, have to take it. Queen Elizabeth II didn't order that because Queen Elizabeth II is not in charge of our military, hasn't been in charge of anything in Canada since she became Queen Elizabeth II, 1952. It's always been, and always has been, whomever the Prime Minister elected is. Currently, it's Justin Trudeau who's mandated that all service personnel take the vaccine. We have a real problem here, Canadians. The fact is, nobody wants to believe that absolute Her Majesty belongs to none other than Justin Trudeau right now, as it was Stephen Harper before him, and on and on and on, all the way to 1952. King George II pulled the United Kingdom out of Canada absolutely and entirely in 1952. People are right about Westminster. People are right about the UN Charter of 1945. We can go on and on through many, many details of Canada. The reality is, the big crown belongs to Justin Trudeau or whomever takes Prime Minister. They have full authority over Governor General, who sends all acts and bills of Parliament, as well as Lieutenant Governors of every province by way of Prime Minister. They too have an oath, much like the military, much the same as the police, and again, much the same as every lawyer and justice in Canada, provincially, territorially, and absolutely federally, all have the same oath. So why is it Derek Sloan today goes through this idea with the military and how wrong it is? He doesn't talk about the oath. He doesn't even talk about his sworn oath. Now, Derek Sloan, I've tagged you. Are you saying, and I want to hear you clearly say this, Queen Elizabeth II from the United Kingdom took it upon herself to mandate forced vaccines on all military personnel in Canada? I think, sir, you need to make a distinction as a politician right now, today, and everybody. You got to share this out. We got to get this out. Because the longer we play this game of cat and mouse, lie to the people, I want to know the truth. That was a great presentation, Derek. Now, who gave the order that all military personnel in Canada must be vaccinated, or they're no longer servicemen and women? Who gave the order? Because according to you as a lawyer and the Constitution, that's Queen Elizabeth II. However, the United Kingdom says no, they didn't mandate that in Canada. And further, Queen Elizabeth II's office says no, she most certainly didn't. She hasn't mandated anything in Canada since her ascension in 1952. So who's lying here? Is Boris Johnson a fat liar? Is it the House of Lords? Are they all a bunch of fat liars? Is it Queen Elizabeth II and her office? Are they all liars? Or is it Justin Trudeau and Derek Sloan? I need to know. Is it every Canadian politician or is it every UK politician? I want to know, don't you, Canadians? Don't you want to know who's lying here? Because Canada has a constitution that says Queen Elizabeth II. However, the UN Charter of 1945 says it's illegal for Queen Elizabeth II to administer anything in Canada or any other country directly at all. At all, everybody. And she hasn't. Her office themselves says, no, we haven't. The House of Lords in the UK says, no, we have not. No, not since King George VI. No authority from the UK has had any position in any Canadian government or administered any kind of executive power through Queen Elizabeth II. That's outlawed in the world today. So again, who's lying? Who mandated the vaccines? What do lawyers swear an oath to in Canada? Derek Sloan, you've taken that oath twice. Once for your bar, second as MP. So please, sir, please tell all Canadians you wrote off that serviceman's letter. You said they've been mandated to take vaccines, but you don't say who's the authority, Derek. Who is it, Derek? Is it the Queen or is it Prime Minister Justin Trudeau? And further, when military are in service of the province, who's mandating them then? Is it the Premier or again is it Queen Elizabeth II? Or is it the House of Lords? Or is it Prime Minister Boris Johnson? Because they say it's not true. They haven't mandated nothing. So why do all our lawyers, justices, prime ministers, premiers, governor generals, and lieutenant governors, why do they insist that it's Queen Elizabeth II? Her office says it isn't. Boris Johnson says it isn't. The House of Lords say it isn't. So who's the liar here? Are you a liar, Derek Sloan? Is Justin Trudeau a liar? Or all the premiers, when it's at the time and place of the province, enacted by the province, is it them who's lying? Who's the liar? Somebody's lying here. Somebody's not telling the truth. Now, I'm pretty sure if Queen Elizabeth was in charge, she'd be raking in all the money. She'd be standing up right now and saying, oh yeah, it's all mine. All the crown land, all the military, it's all at my disposal. So why isn't she saying that? Because it seems to me if you're the Queen and that's the case, you'd be jumping up and down going, oh yeah, that's all mine. I mandated all this. But that's not what she's saying at all. In fact, she's got 2 publications. Both of them says read the UN Charter 1945. In there you find out she has no authority over Canada or any other colonial whatsoever. It's all symbolic. That was outlawed. And every nation signed on to that treaty, including the UK. And in fact, I have a publication from 1941 from the top legal institute in the United Kingdom, where the Prime Minister in 1941 goes through all of this with Russia, United States of America. France got on board, so did China, Taiwanese China, but Beijing China signed on absolutely in 71. So it's neither here nor there. The reality is it's Canada who's the big fat liar here. Which brings me to my next point about Quebec nation status. When I say nation status, this isn't its own country, everybody. This is like Métis Nation, like First Nation status. This is for the new Bill C-15 and under. This is so that all Quebecois get to be treated as Indigenous in Canada. There's a problem with this. That goes against Geneva, it goes against human rights, and it also goes against the UN Charter of 1945. Means it's totally illegal too. That regardless of the power of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Premier François Legault, it's a direct assault and another attempt at colonialism by none other than Premier Legault and Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada. They're guilty of breaking international human rights laws. They're attacking the status of the First Peoples. They're replacing them. And they're going to do it through immigration by putting First Nations under the oath of allegiance for all new citizens, tricking them into believing the First Nations are citizens of Canada underneath the Crown that they've never, ever agreed to. That's fact and that's reality. There are many things that are going to be coming forward, everybody. The schools are just the first step. I got to get back to going about bishops again. More bishops, more archbishops. All we need is one or two. And I'm going to keep at it. Got my pad, my pen here. I'll be taking emails if they're gracious enough to give them. Let's hope I win some archbishops and bishops. It only takes a few Canadians, First Nations. And we're going to win this thing in the ICC, which is going to tee off on all the illegal colonial power, a lot of which I just went through. What kind of lawyer are you out there? Derek Sloan, what kind of lawyer are you? Are you a lawyer who tells the truth? Or are you more concerned about protecting your MP status and your law degree? I can understand. I wouldn't want to lose my welding tickets. I wouldn't want to lose my economics degree. But the reality is, nonetheless, you say you believe in God, you say all that, but when it comes to the Crown, Derek Sloan, you have a choice to make. You let the cat out of the bag today. You let it out hard. I watched that video, Derek. You have a choice to make, sir. Are you a man of God? Do you really believe in God? Do you believe in what you say? Or are you just another fluff politician? Because you've gone too far today, Derek, to turn back. Who mandated the military's mandatory vaccines? This, sir, is the challenge to you and every Canadian, every First Nation watching. Share, share, share. There's much afoot here and much that has to be answered for. And the sooner we get people to answer with truth, and whether they believe in a creator or Jesus Christ or any other form of a God that they put their faith in, I challenge all those people now. And Derek Sloan, I challenge you. You say you believe in God, you believe in Jesus. You answer this question today. Because if you really believe in Jesus, you will answer that question. You will make a statement live for everybody. Thank you. That's my video. CCP, Canadian Constitutionalist Party. It's coming, folks. It's coming. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Back to the bishops, archbishops. Still hitting the East hard. Got to get it done. We got to win some Catholics. Bye now.